Hello, this is Emily welcoming you to your at-home yoga retreat. Thank you so much for tuning in and also for making that really difficult decision to take time for yourself, create a space in your home that feels comforting and grounding, and inviting yourself to take more me time. I know firsthand that it's hard to start home practice, and in fact, I spent years avoiding it because I felt like I didn't have enough time or the right stuff in my space, the right props, that kind of thing. So in this tutorial video on how to set up your yoga space at home, I also want to debunk the myth that you have to have the right stuff. So as I go through what I have on hand, I want to also offer some alternatives to what you might just find around your household that would work just as well. So let's start with foundation first. I think in the space, probably the most important foundational element is that you can close a door or draw some curtains, making sure that you signal to the world, everyone you share your household with, even the animals, and also signal to yourself that when you draw the curtains or you close the door, this is your time. So with that, create a little nook, find a little space. I cleared out a recliner from mine. You can move some furniture around. And then once you have the physical space, you can start adding some comforting elements to it. I love the Marie Kondo method of, does this spark joy? Bring in items that spark joy, leave out items that stimulate distraction, especially technology. Along with the foundation, I also just brought in some extra comforting items from around my house. So I'm seated on a blanket. I laid down an extra blanket to add cushion to the floor and to my yoga practice. And then I also have this sheepskin faux rug that I got at IKEA that adds that element of luxury. So again, these are optional items. A beach towel would work just as well as a basic yoga mat, or adding cushion to your knees for your yoga practice. So consider that blankets from around your house or beach towels would work great. But if you do have some colorful, fun items that bring you joy, go ahead and build that as your foundation first. Next, I have this altar space behind me. Again, totally optional, but I think this is a really nice place to bring in those little reminders of joy. So I have 2 candles to remind me to relax. I have flowers to remind me to appreciate the little things. And then I have a couple of yoga books that I personally use for my yoga class planning, but you might have some books of poetry or inspirational reads that you'd like to bring into your space and also use this as a reading nook. At the base of my altar, I have a meditation cushion. Another optional item, a decorative pillow would work just as well. So grab anything that has a few inches of height for your sit bones. If you're going to start a yoga meditation practice, this I think would be a really powerful and supportive item to bring into your space. Next, I have this organizing basket. I think in my space, I'm easily distracted if there's too much clutter, so having an organizing basket or some kind of bin to keep all of your props in is really helpful. I have my foam roller for sore muscles, I have a couple of yoga blocks, and a yoga strap. So as I mentioned before, you don't have to have all of the right stuff. You don't have to have certified yoga blocks to get started. I also brought in my What Do You Meme game, my favorite, as an alternative to a yoga block. They're about the same size and shape, so those will work just as well. Any kind of game or books that you have around your house, go ahead and bring those into your space. As an alternative to this Manduka yoga strap, I brought in my boyfriend's tie. So any kind of tie, rope, strap you have around your house will work as an alternative to, a certified yoga strap that you could buy on Amazon. Lastly, I have this Lavender Mist. When I spray my mist, it just signals to my brain that lavender smell. It's me time. I get to come into my personal nook and relax and rejuvenate. So again, just an optional item, but a nice one to have. So I hope this little tutorial shows you that you don't have to have all the right stuff. You can use any alternatives from around your house. If you're going to even do strength building in this space, you can grab soup cans instead of weights. Get creative and enjoy your space. I'm so excited for you to have this nook in your home that invites relaxation, that invites stillness and me time. So I'd love for you to tag me on social media once you're all set up. I can't wait to see your space, and I really hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.